push A and D, Mike.
Yeah.
And a very good morning, everyone. It is exactly 9 o'clock or so, and this is Quarto, WB6NOA. And probably one of the best parts of Quartzfest that I've enjoyed over these about 26 years of coming, I've missed only one, is the fact that we learn so much from one another. And it's great for me because when I'm out teaching, I get all my hints from folks like yourself. This is Marilyn, 6IMCJ, and she is not only a gold prospector, but also in the kite flying. And at noon, we're going to hope that we have some wind.
Oh, we will.
I guess we got wind.
Oh, we'll have wind.
And we're going to fly a kite or two. And if you didn't bring your own, Quartzfest and Maryland have brought 10 extras to get you into the air. The best part of these gatherings are from experts like yourselves. And I know many of you have been panning for gold or hunting with the detectors for a long, long time. So I welcome your comments, and I welcome you at any time to come on up here and address the team on a specific area of metal detecting and gold finding that you've developed that you want to share with everyone else. I'll start off by some of the rules that one should abide when metal detecting, and that of course is not detecting on private property, because what's theirs is, or what is there is theirs, not ours. So make sure that you're metal detecting in a open area. They suggest that if you're down at the beach and you dig a hole and it's nothing but a bottle cap, that you, here we go, that you always try and fill that hole back in. You can always tell a professional metal detector because they'll dig and then they go, you know, what the hell is he doing? It's like a sacred thing. No, he's just burying up the hole. So don't leave big mounds. They also suggest not metal detecting in city parks where the lawn is just absolutely pristine, because you don't want to be digging down and leaving a big clump like a golf course. So just some metal detecting techniques. One thing I found that is great for those of us that live in the city. How many live in a big populated city? Oh, okay.
Define big.
There you go. As you know, public safety years ago, ham radio was everything for them in small cities, and that still is. But in the larger cities, they've gone to 700 and 800 megahertz. They've got drones. They have everything. But what I have found is not very many public safety folks have a metal detector. And you'll see streams of officers out there after a crime scene that are down on their hands and knees. And boy, at last, something that we can offer as ham radio operators. So if you're part of an emergency group, make sure that your group knows that you're great on evidence finding. And of course, if you find a weapon or something like that, don't touch it. You don't want your fingerprints on it. And call out to law enforcement to mark that spot. So this metal detecting is popular among public safety agencies because many times they'll be looking at a crime scene and looking for just small caliber casings, fragments, and this is where we really specialize as metal detectors. Is anybody working with a public safety group right now with metal detecting? Oh, good. All right. Well, now you have something to take back to them. They'll think you're a little out of your mind. Of course, as ham radio operators, we are coming into the EOC with a metal detector. But soon, they'll begin to see that there's real merit than displaying or sending out a group of cadets to try and find evidence. Just you and your metal detector and ham radio set can very well save the day. So those are just some of the tips before we get into the actual mechanics of metal detecting. And from what Marilyn and I and others who have done a lot of gold prospecting, the metal detector is not going to find the little teeny stuff. No, it'd be neat if you could go down there and make a big beep and you quartz with a little micron of gold in it, it's just not going to happen unless you've really got some great techniques. And some of the techniques that we use deal with the actual head. These operate at way down about 11 kilohertz. I don't think you'll be able to tune them in with a radio because it's actually a magnetic energy that they are sending and receiving. But again, 11 kilohertz. That is very, very low frequency. There are all sorts of different types of heads, and the most popular is from Garrett, and they claim that this one is light above the Bounty Hunter. That's about a $100 detector, and this is about a $300 detector. But as you'll see today, when we are out there, oh, that's great. When we are out there, I think I just found a, yeah, I don't know if it's real or not. We'll put it over here. When we're out there, these are going to come out pretty darn close. So it's not necessary to go out there and spend $300 to $500 on a super metal detector until you graduated up to that level. Oh my gosh, $800?
Not 11 hertz either.
Wow. And on that $800 detector, did it immediately find a lot more than your $100 detector?
Found every piece of tin foil, bottle cap, screwdriver, watch, but it's a white.
The white are one of the best, yep.
It's designed, and they're out of business, unfortunately. Garrett bought them, but it's designed to be 10 feet waterproof and work on niches as well as pick up larger gold. So I'm about to buy another one that's at 70-something kilohertz.
That is great. And what did you start with initially?
How far back we going? When I was in high school? Started with a Radio Shack with an 9-volt battery, and it would find quarters laying on top of the dirt.
Oh, there you go. So, like ham radio, you start off small and begin to build and build. Would you mind standing up here so the camera's on you and tell us what some of the items you found? And go ahead and stand right here, and the camera's on you.
I'm a retired politician. You don't want me in front of the camera. I'll be here all day.
All right.
I found a bunch of...
Give your call sign.
KG7 TUL, that's King George 7, the ultimate operator. And I found a lot of trash. And I take every piece of trash with me, whether I find it with a metal detector or not. Garbage bag and bottles and all that stuff. But I found a lot of old coins, as in the last a decade old, not anything ancient. I haven't found any gold with my metal detector, but I did find a Rolex. Absolutely fake, but I found it. I was like, but mostly you're gonna find junk. You're gonna see a bottle cap, especially with these, that is gonna say it's a silver or something. I don't know what these read out in, but it's gonna give you a reading that it's a coin or something. And you're gonna dig up a bottle cap. Dig every signal, or you're gonna leave the gold line.
That's right. You'll find it out today.
And on the parks, you use one of those bulb planters, and you stick it in and pull. No, not a pointer, a bulb planter. For gardening, you shove it down, you twist it, you pull the plug out, you find your piece of stuff, and you put the plug right back. Then you won't get kicked out of the park.
All right. Thanks for that. That's great. So the coils, they have many different styles of coils, and the smaller coils are good for sniffing out areas where there's a lot of hot rocks, as we call them, that react to the larger coil. But as you're going to find out today, you're going to be able to move that large coil back and forth and be able to nearly pinpoint about where it is. But every so often you'll dig, and we recommend a non-conductive digger. It's plastic, it's durable, and that way it's not, if you're digging around the detector, this is not going to keep making noise and killing your battery. So non-conductive digger, and you can't find it, then when we're out here today, and there's a ton of stuff out there buried, well, not a ton, but there's some good stuff. And actually there's some very valuable stuff out there. we use the pointer, and the pointer is good that if you dug and dug and now you don't hear it anymore, it's probably in all that sand or dirt or whatever you dug up. It's probably in there. And this little guy will sniff it out, and when it makes a noise, you're on top of something that is probably metallic. So we're going to be using all of these, and these are available for you to use when we're out prospecting today. The metal detectors have a telescopic pole that supports the coil. That allows you to adjust it perfectly, because you don't want to be too short and always bending over, or else you're going to feel it later on that night. Probably the greatest selection comes from a company called Kellyco, K-E-L-L-Y-C-O. And Kellyco makes, they don't make them, they actually are a distributor of metal detectors. I don't know, how's the pricing on Kellyco? Do you think
I have no idea. I buy it from my local mining shop.
there you go. Okay. But they're one of the sources, and I always encourage you that if there is a gold panning person in town that has a small shop, go in there and get a lot of knowledge, because they've found some great stuff that's been out there. When it comes to the electronics, they've got them. They've got everything right here as advertised that will show you whether you're trying to dig up a bottle cap, a pull tab, or what. You even know ahead of time, says the literature.
Wait a minute.
The best electronics is not electronics, it's your brain and your ears, being able to hear the signature of something down there. And we've got different items today, and we're going to just do them right here in the open. Then we're going to take about a 20-minute break, and then we're going to head for the fields where we've got some buried treasure for you. And it's not buried real deep, but it'll give you a chance to maybe go back to your RV and get a tool for uncovering a little bit of sand or dirt or rock that's covering up everything from 1800 dimes to buffalo nickels to $1 silver dollar and a whole bunch of gold-plated items, gold-plated, not solid gold, that we've, Marilyn and I have dug holes out there and covered them up, and you'll need to find them. So, well, the instructions and the manual give you all sorts of pages of tips on how to read some of the readouts here. And I think they're useful for the really expert metal detector. But for the majority of us that are just out there looking for a diamond ring or something like that, you're going to do fine with just a earful of sounds that these units are making. So Marilyn, I'm going to let you go out here, if you don't mind, and we're going to do a little bit, so you may want to warm up your detectors, but we're going to do it right here in the sun so you can actually hear the difference between all of the different items. So I'm going to let you, where it's sunlight, sort of clear a path and put some of these out there and some of these. And here's a vial with gold in it, and you'll see that there's almost no detection of the gold. The pointers may get a little bit of a beep, but not much. Sure, yeah, you can do the knife in there as well. No, let's just put them right on top, and that way you'll be able to see what you have.
Yeah.
So get out your metal detectors now, if you've got them, and then we're going to do a little demo with one, and then we'll begin to show you some of the others. Here's more, Marilyn. And these are relatively fresh, and there's chocolate on the inside. So if you're brave enough to trust me, these will react. Oh, sort of in a row so we can hear each one.
They'll probably be better than anything else too, because tinfoil seems to attract metal detectors.
In a row, huh? Oh.
And these are good, by the way. All right, I think we got a good sample out there. So go ahead and turn on your detectors at this time if you have one. And there's a sensitivity control that you should be able to cycle it down. And again, if we have more than one gold expert, so we don't wear you out, if you have a problem, those that know detectors well should be able to help you out. All right, let me get this one going. This is what we're looking for, is a sound that you got a ring on. Yep, that's what we're looking for.
And don't hold the dirt over the coil with the ring on it.
And be sure to wear metal toe boots. That helps.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try another one here. And this is the less expensive one, but you're going to see that they pretty much work the same. So those with a detector, and then those that don't have a detector, I'll let you borrow these. Go and see what it feels like to detect some of the items you have out here. And there's I think a very old coin in there as well, somewhere.
Uh-oh, you lost it.
No, they're all over.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That was
So come on up here if you've got a detector and just get. Okay, so yours is probably not. Oh, you're going by meter. Okay, I was about to say. There we go. Say again. Okay.
Yeah, get all those coils right next to you.
And what we first recommend is with a gold detector, you go through the process called ground balance. And what this does is, let me just so look for the numbers that they will change. Somewhere we have a real valuable dive. Anybody here want to give it a try? Okay, that one's on now, so it should make a squeak.
One thing, sir, if it's not moving, it won't pick it up. You have to move it. Yeah, because what it's doing is it's protecting the changes in the magnetic field. That's something.
Anybody need it? There you go. And you're on now, and you're gonna go over there and detect some of the little items you see there. And you'll hear it make a noise. This is programmable for different things.
I think you're getting
Okay, good point. When you're all real close to each other, yes, you're more.
Yeah, we know that.
Someone else's point.
Try going out away from them.
All right, we'll do this for about 2 more minutes. Oh, I have to do put the coil down.
Yeah, because we had to give it to him.
Well, that's what I say. If they want my money, they die, and they'll sell my toy.
Leave it like this until the whole thing Now, one more minute, and then we'll get together again. Now, did everybody get a sound off? Everybody got a sound off? He's doing battery changes. I had to do the same thing last night.
Is that a white detector or just a white spoil? Oh, that's the MXT. I've got the MX Sport.
All right, once you've got a beep and you know your unit's working, you can go ahead and resume your seat, or maybe see if somebody there wants to borrow it. Anybody need to borrow a detector here? Lie detector. Okay. Did it work? Oh, good. Okay.
You know what? We should have them. Yeah.
So, for those of you that are getting started with metal detecting, and we're looking for a dime, it's a silver dime. You got it? Good. That makes me feel better.
That's with a buck and a quarter.
For those that are doing metal detecting, we encourage you to just lay out some stuff in an area that has nothing else metal around it. Wow, Marilyn did well.
Well, they did well.
And with your metal detector, get an idea of the feel of what that target is going to sound like. And let me just get this one going here. Thank you, Marilyn. On most detectors, the very first thing we do is put the batteries in, and they either take 9-volt batteries, sometimes they take a pair of 9-volt batteries, or they take 4 AA's. Usually it's they're going to 9-volt batteries on many of the detectors. You can use headphones, and that's what I do when I'm down at the beach. And as you're using headphones, you have to watch your body language, because other folks are watching you bust your butt digging all these holes, and they're gonna go, that guy's got nothing. But if you're digging away and we hear, whoa, look at this, I have to, then they're gonna be digging around with you. So never pretend like you've got something that is really big. Here today, we're going to allow you to go whoa when you find something, but we ask for you professionals, maybe uncover it and then just slightly dig it back unless it's something really valuable. We've got about 10 valuable coins out there. Pick just one and leave the rest for others. So please, on the valuable coins, just take one and leave the others for those to
They get to keep them, right?
try and find.
They get to keep the coins.
Yes, you get to keep the coins. And these are part of my coin collection that I had duplicates of, so enjoy a Gordo coin or two. Also out there, beside coins, we've got other little medallions. We've got a police badge, or half a badge out there, and we're going to let you go ahead and find it. Now this is Gary. Now Gary, he's homeless here on the, no. Gary is not homeless. He's at home when he is with his electronics. He's doing this on amateur television as well as on the PA. Gary, thank you very much. Anything you want to say?
Good old Quartzsite
That's
dust.
it. He's always short-lived. What?
Good old Quartzsite dust. I was seeing spots
Quartzsite
and
dust.
speckles.
You better use the mic, Gary. Come on over here. Don't step on the mic cord.
I'm over here. You're stepping on
I know.
it. These XLR cords are very thin, and these rocks just love cutting them up when you stand on them. I'll highly appreciate it if you don't. Anyway, I was watching on the video back there while I was eating breakfast, and I saw a lot of speckles. Yeah, so good old Quartzsite dust on the lens of the camera, so I thought I would clean your face up a little bit.
There you go.
Thanks for all you
Hey,
do.
thanks for what you do.
You even got clapped. Congratulations. Yes.
How do you turn these off? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm like, off?
Yeah, you've already got treasures there.
We don't
No,
know. where the
last 2 years we buried them somewhere out behind us, and that's what we're gonna find. So this is what we're looking for. See what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Get a pro to assist you if your metal detector was not picking up any of these sounds that we had put down there, any of the
It's
targets.
Garrett. I don't know how to run a Garrett. Good gee.
All right, we got it?
No,
Garrett, I got a white.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't turn on.
I've got a Garrett.
So, this is great. What you see here is what ham radio and metal detecting is all about. Fellow hams, metal detectors will come over there and they will assist you. But like ham radios, give me a Baofang and I have no clue how to program a memory.
I have a tutorial on YouTube for that.
Ah, okay.
One thing I have to point out is
You want the mic again?
Nah,
Okay.
move the coil. There's some people who are just putting it on it
Yes.
and it won't pick it up. You gotta move the coil. It senses the changes in the magnetic field.
And keep it low. Don't,
Yeah.
Not up here.
That's a valid point. All right, hold for just a second. Once we turn the unit on, it wants you to do what they call ground balance. And that is where you're going to hold the coil on the ground or just a little bit above. You push ground balance. And I think we got it. Yep, we got it. All right, Marilyn, would you throw out one of the gold big coins? By the way, at 12 noon, you're going to enjoy some of the kites that Marilyn has brought. And so everybody can see where we are. There we go. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Once you have ground balance, I then like to go to my own dime or my own knife or whatever, just to make sure that everything is working properly. Yeah, that's great. Notice that even on a big metallic knife, it's not going to have it, you're not going to do it this way. And that's what we're listening for. And let me get the mics so those on ATV can hear. Do you hear the double beep 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 beep? That means that's a solid target. If it's a real steady beep and it's all over the place, that's just metallic stuff in with the rocks, and it's nothing. It's a false readout. So your unit, much like squelch control, on sensitivity to just the point where if you turn it too far, it's going to begin to just give you a constant buzz. You'd like to have, less like squelch, just barely set to where it's going to activate. Now, notice way up here, nope, you're not going to get a thing on the knife. But as we come down closer, a big target like a knife is going to really make that sound off. Now, for the gold coin, I don't know where. What did we do with the gold
If
coin?
we got a metal detector, you ought to be able to find it.
Upper left. Upper left.
This way.
By the
Yeah, right
towards the
there.
tripod.
It's right there. Right.
All right, let's try this one right
Right
here.
there you go.
Notice that it's not as sensitive as the mic, but yep, we're still getting. So what we're going to do in a few more minutes is double check one after another so we don't get the coils too close together, that you're able to detect this gold coin. Not around here. So the idea is to walk in a straight line and continue sweeping.
Slowly.
Oh, that's the knife. I remember that sound. Let's try the coin. Try the coin. Oop. Yep. And the fact that it goes beep, 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 it means it's pretty small because the outside rim of that coil is picking it up. So many times pointers will go like this, but I like to just keep sweeping so I know it's in this area. Then there's a pinpoint on some of the detectors, but quite frankly, you're just gonna start digging a hole like this.
You just start digging a big old hole?
There you go.
I didn't-
Now, this is called the pinpointer. This is
Oh,
where,
wow.
God, I've been digging for like 5 minutes and there's nothing. There we go. Sorry, for those on camera, this is the pinpointer. And the pinpointer turns on with a push button. Also gives you a little light to let you know. The problem with these guys is you can accidentally leave them on and not realize it. And then you've got to unscrew the back and put in another 9-volt battery. But you'll notice that the pinpointer, I don't know if you can hear that. See how close you have to get? Nothing over here, but let me get this down here. Here we go. So once it has a very fast rhythm, that means you're right on top of whatever it is. And we're going to have these available. So if you get stymied and you can't find something that is activating your detector, and let's do 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, so folks can do one more check with pinpointers. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put 4 of these coins down, and those with detectors. Just make sure that you get the feel of how to use a pinpointer. So there's one here, and I'm going to turn this guy on. So you'll start off with the pinpointer. You can leave your detectors there, just so you get the idea of how to pinpoint what will be that gold. And here's one I'll let you.
I've thought it.
I know, but if you'll maybe help out the fellow team members, just so they. And you feel that it also has a little vibration guy in there as well. And you actually have a coin, I think, over here somewhere.
Here. So it's set up. Just go like
There
this.
we go.
Go like this. Down.
All right, then give that pinpointer to someone else. Is it squeaking at you? Okay, yeah, it's not a real big one. Very hard to hear, but you'll sure feel it. So those that haven't used the pinpointer, give it a try, because these will be available to you. And there's one more, I'll let you give it to whomever.
And then just scoop it up in your hand and run it across the coil of that.
This one has a cover on it, so you don't get it all dirty.
Maybe, let's go to the left side.
Pick up a scoop of dirt and stop there.
You pick it up like that.
Yeah.
This one has a cover on it so it doesn't get all grimy and dirty.
Because it might still be in there. And you check it again.
Okay.
But we know who the real detectors are by looking at their pinpointers. If the nose of that pinpointer is all scarred up, that's a great metal detector. And yes, you can dig with a pinpointer. They're not really designed for that, but
Until it activates.
did you get it going?
Zero.
Oh yeah.
Now you know it's there. I take a scoop out.
All right. Anybody else want to do a pinpointer? We've got a target right here. All right. Anyone else? On the right side with the pinpointer?
You start close. And
Looking for someone that wants to try
sometimes
it?
it'll be right on it. You'll see, oh, there's the dime or there's the
No takers.
foil.
Okay.
Most often
That
you'll
work
find
okay for you?
foil
Good.
or a bottle cap or a pull tab. A nail, nails. Depends on where you are. A lot of times, but nails can be valuable. It could be a square nail from the gold mining site that's 100 plus years old. Then you keep those. I don't know if they all do, but the ones I've had do. This is a, I'm sure this is a carrot, right?